Hey, this is Ben Stark, and we're about to crack a pack. All right, let's see what we got here. Sign of the Wild. Key staple of the green token decks. Really good in green-white, still pretty good in green-black since you're making a lot of tokens in both of those decks. Not really playable in green-blue Graft. Somber Hoverguard. Staple of the Affinity deck. All the Affinity cards got a lot better because of Darksteel Citadel, which I think is one of the first pick commons for Affinity. I think it's the one that powers up the rest of the deck, and you always play this guy. Telling Time's not a great card. You might play it in some kind of blue control deck, but I haven't had much success with that. This is probably going to be a very low pick. Waxbane Baku, staple of the Spirit deck. After Nameless Inversion, probably the next best Spirit common. Take it very highly. Grim Affliction. Not a great card. There aren't that many small creatures that are that important. You'll usually play it if you can get value out of the Proliferate. Helium Squirter, a lot better than he looks. This card, 5-mana 3/3, hasn't traditionally been that good, but all your guys are usually these counter guys in Graft, and he just gives them all flying. And flying is really good in this format, and this format's pretty slow. So Helium Squirter is actually a pretty good card for the Graft deck. That's the only deck you would play it in, though. Gnarled Pack's pretty much exactly what he looks like. It's an okay 2-drop. It's nice that in the late game it can be bigger. It's not a great card. Usually you play it. Goblin Fireslinger, staple for the Bloodthirst deck. Play it, something you can do turn 1 to start triggering your Bloodthirst for the rest of the game. Obviously you have to have a very aggressive Bloodthirst deck to play this. You would never play it in a control deck. Cathodian, another okay guy. Sometimes he makes the main, sometimes he doesn't. Fine creature. Rune Servitor, exactly the same as Cathodian. Fine creature if you need 2-drops, nothing special. If you have a great deck, he probably doesn't make the main, unless you're Artifacts, Affinity, in which case he's pretty much always going to make the main. Rootkin Alley is tailor-made for the token deck. Since it has Convoke, you can play him very cheap, and then you tap guys to make him very big. Obviously, you're not going to play him if you're 5-color or Graft, but he's very good in the green-white tokens decks. Restless Apparition. Very good in black-white spirits, virtually unplayable in anything else. His casting cost of black or white, black or white, black or white is very restrictive. You basically have to be black-white to play him. But spirits is black-white, and he's a spirit, and he has Persist. Just a great card for that deck. Spectral Procession, that's a card I really like because it's very good in spirits, and it's very good in red-white double strike. And it's pretty good in green-white tokens because it makes 3 different creatures, so it just has synergy with virtually all the white decks. This is the kind of card I'm looking to first pick because it's good in a lot of decks. Shadow Mage Infiltrator, not as good as he used to be. There's a lot of black creatures and there's a lot of artifacts in this set. Even the living weapons make black germs that can block him. Just a ton of artifact creatures. Still a fine card, like if you were black-blue you would take it pretty early, but black-blue isn't really a deck and he's not worth splashing, I don't think. Sorry, Finkel. Thief of Hope, staple of the Spirit deck, though a little underpowered. I usually take Nameless Inversion, Waxbane Baku, and even Moonlight Strider over him, but you'll never cut him from a Spirit deck. My pick out of this pack is definitely Spectral Procession. It's good in a lot of decks. It's very easy to play. Even if you're not white, you can pay 6 for 3 1/1 flyers. That's not great, but if you're like 5-color, sometimes you have 1 to 2 white sources out, and then it's only 4 or 5. Just an awesome card for basically all the white decks. The red-white double strike, you get 3 different guys to then equip and progress the game with. It makes 3 tokens for the green-white token deck, and it makes 3 spirits, flying spirits for the white-black spirit deck. So it's pretty much just a perfect first pick. It's not one of the best cards in the set or anything, but it's the exact kind of card I'm trying to first pick because it's powerful and it goes into a lot of decks.